I think that's wrong.
Okay.
Develop is a really nice word to use because that's incredible. Well done. That's like wizardry type of stuff there.
But
Like,
is that what we were saying
are you
here?
still developing when you were getting the golden boot? Like,
Bro, that depends. Like,
There we go. Straight away. That's all you need to hear. That's all you need to hear. Straight away. Sean was expecting
I left the group chat maybe like 2 weeks ago and I completely forgot. Kind of just hoping someone would get me back in there. And no one ever asked where I went. No one even noticed that I was gone.
It's showtime, baby.
Hand records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get the memo? Did y'all boys not get the memo?
What I say? Clockwork. Bang, bang, bang. Bang!
Y'all know I was finished. We're going to fight.
Last name ever, first name greatest.
Do I play on or not?
It's far from over.
Hey, we got the speed. Hey, we got the skill. That's all we're gonna need. Hey, say it to the.
That should just become a thing on the show. After each WAHS down, that rolls out at the top of the show.
That's what I'm talking about. Another good weekend from our team, man. Another good weekend from our boys.
Another great weekend of sports, man.
It really was, eh? I feel like it's that transition period. You got like American sports that kind of comes to an end with a lot of their things.
Yeah.
And you really transition into like Super Rugby's back, League's back.
Hey.
You get a multitude of games from like Thursday to Sunday.
And it's currently, as we're recording, it is closing time at the Players. So we are, it's tight coming down the stretch, which I love.
Who have you got to win that?
Well,
Well, who do you think's going to win that?
Well, geez. Oberg was looking red hot.
Carlos is up there?
I actually don't know how to pronounce his name because it's got like an A with one of those little things. Aberg. But Fitzpatrick and Young, 13 and 12 under, both sitting on 15. So I think it's going to be a very nice finish, boys, and we'll see how it goes, eh?
Have you ever sat on 15?
What?
Like, have you ever got to 15 under?
No.
Never.
No. And I never will in my lifetime.
Is that crazy to say?
I sit on 15 over a lot. You know, that's where I sit.
What's the best you've finished and what was the course?
I had, I think, maybe 5 over, and it was out at Winross Farm a few years back. So I think I was
You
in the
happy with
70s.
that one, yeah?
Oh, bro, anytime you break 80, so it's like 70. I had like 76 or 77 at Winross Farm.
Took your talk.
Right? And like, as a...
You know which one it was, too.
As an average golfer, as just your knockabout golfer, you golfers out there will know, you are taking, anytime you see a 7 to start your scorecard.
Happy.
Happy days, boys. Happy days.
Have you got like I'm getting a little golfy nerdy here. Do you have a favorite a favorite shot that you hit?
Oh, here
Can
we
you
go.
remember like
No. Look.
foot on the clutch?
Oh,
like you pinged it or
no,
cometh the hour, cometh
each
the
round
man.
I'll go out. It only takes one shot to get me back. Like I could hit 100 bad and hit one good. Like, and when I say one good, boys, this is intentional, right? So you're standing over the ball, you're envisaging the shape. So if I'm going, I want to hit that tight baby draw here, you know, into the wind, you want to keep it low and it just draws so it rolls out a little bit, gets a little bit more length on it. And then you do it, I'm going, life's made. I've just clocked life, all right? And I know that there's a few golfers out there that are driving home from work, wherever you are, you listen to that and you go, oh yeah, you're booking your round for tomorrow already, huh?
It's enough to get you back another day, eh?
Yeah.
It's that.
It's the best. So I'll have this plan. If you see me looking at my phone, it's just because I'm keeping tabs. But yeah, the Players, the 5th major. Biggest prize money in golf, they say. So,
What is it?
I don't know. I know it's over 4 mil.
Oh my God. Matua Marc's in the building as well.
Yeah, kia ora everyone. What a weekend of sport.
It was, man.
and we've got a big show planned to
Man.
cover off most of that sport anyway.
We do. I mean, Mark, I just feel like we talk so much. You know, like you can listen to another show to hear us as well. Sean, I want to talk to you.
Why?
How was your week? I just want to know. I want to talk to you. How was your weekend? What'd you get up to? How's the family?
The weekend's good. Obviously did the WAHS Friday night, which we'll probably touch on at some point. Family's good. Family's really good. I
Haven't seen them in a while. I need to come over. My bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Start being a decent human.
Yeah, my bad.
Boys, family, over the weekend, there's a bit going on here.
Oh.
So, I've got a niece who lives in Aussie, right? Here, bear with me real quick, because there's another one of Sean's shit yarns. That should become a segment, really. I've got a niece who's just started high school over in Aussie.
Oh.
And I get a message. So my brother's sort of like the first to sort of trailblaze for the family in terms of raising girls. So I'm sort of like relying on him a lot. And he sends a message through bright and early yesterday morning. Goes, boys. He goes, shit's hit the fan. And I go, whoa. What's going on here? He goes, Taya, who's my niece, has got a boyfriend.
Oh, how old's Taya?
Taya's 13.
Oh.
She's in her first year of high school. And he's given us a speech like, boys, I honestly thought I had another 12 months at least before I had to deal with this. And we're having a little giggle. And I can't cop it. And then we go, how'd you find out? And he goes, the only way I found out is because Lynn, who's Taya's mum, saw a photo online. He sends it through. Taya's there holding hands with this boy. And I've like been,
hard launch.
On my side, I've been uppercut in the gut going, this. And I'm like popping off. I'm not going to curse with the F words anymore, right? I'm past that. But the text chain looked a lot like my crash out a couple of weeks ago on this show. All right. I was struggling to comprehend it. I didn't like it. All right. But this is the bit that I slipped up on and I went, okay, well, who are you? Who are you to have this sort of thought? I looked at the phone. I said, what the hell? Is she taller than this kid? Okay. Then it gets worse. And I've gone, no way are my girls ever dating someone shorter than them.
Bro, it's like a Johnston thing.
Bro,
You all date someone taller than you.
This is the thing. This is the thing. Taya is like kind of the same height as the kid. But that's not the point, right? Who am I to even let me mind go there?
Right, you know what, in all honesty, Shaun, I might be speaking out of line here, but maybe you were one of the few that would look straight to height, if that makes sense. Like, my eyes would probably glaze straight over it.
Now, I don't want to make this a bigger thing than what it already is. All right? I'm very comfortable in my skin. Like, the fact that she's got a boyfriend, but I just can't believe that I'm a father of 3 girls, and I'm drawing a line in the sand saying they'll never be with someone shorter than them.
Wow. Like, you are the first person to think that too, for sure.
That is crazy, right?
That is.
So that's where my family situation's at. Like, yeah, one we're dealing with my beautiful niece, who she came to Laos with us as a 3-year-old, who used to whinge when I didn't buy her ice cream, is now holding hands with some little bloke, bloke over there in Townsville. And my thought goes straight to, damn, is she taller than him?
It is I think every single father who is a father of daughters will have that same kind of thought pattern.
Yeah.
No matter what, no matter who they choose, you're always going to, we're wired to make sure that we are protecting. And I hear you.
And I just need a man to protect mine one
That's
day,
it.
right?
That's it.
A taller man.
Speaking of men, this has no segue at all.
Sorry
which is
about
an
that,
absolute
shit.
weak segue. We actually all, for the first time this season, I know we're only 2 days, two games deep into it, we actually all attended the Warriors on Friday night.
Can we just say?
Wow. I mean, we're
Can we
glowing.
just say, what a vibe, boys. Mount Smart strikes again.
It really was humming down there, bro.
It was raining. Conditions probably ain't right for a fan base, but they just tend to ignore it.
Heaving.
They are just well and truly immersed in the Warriors culture right now. And rain, hail, or shine, don't matter who we're playing, they are showing up. And when the team's showing out like they did, it's just a beautiful combo.
I have 2 things to say. One was I talked to both Kiwi players, and Matt Tamoko and the big fella.
Yeah,
The big fella up front. Joey Tups. And I did in the hallway, as I was reading through my MC notes, they actually came over and said hi, and I was just like, look, no way, don't be having one of those games. And I felt like it had no effect whatsoever, but I felt like our team was up for a physical challenge.
Oh, you can tell they held on to some receipts.
Oh, some
Yeah,
receipts.
for sure.
Here's my question for you both, though. Were we the only team holding the receipts? Had they forgotten?
Yeah, I don't think it.
They forgot until this week until it was brought back up again.
Yeah, and I don't know. Do we go to GIO at some point in the season? We've probably got that double leg trip at some point. So we better be prepared, bro. Because honestly, I don't think it meant as much to Canberra.
No way.
As what it did to.
Didn't seem like it did.
It didn't. And hey, that's great because look what happened.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just the icing on the cake when you just see like the most extreme level of pettiness is when the CEO of your joint is going at the very end. That is just like, you know what? Yeah, righto, we were holding some serious receipts, all right?
But way to read the room and put him on TV.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, get to him. Cut to him right now.
Can I just say how good it is, though, for the game to have these sorts of little riffs and these little cards to pull on, these little strings to pull on? Like, it might have meant nothing to Canberra. They knew they had to be good to beat our side, but I don't think they were somewhat expecting Viking claps and our CEO and then the boys waving goodbye to them and, you know?
Yeah.
But I just think it's great.
It's
great.
so great,
Like, we
bro.
need it, bro. We need it. And it's just can't wait to see it run back in Canberra later in the year if we do go there.
Man, we're a real good team though, eh? Like I'm sitting there and I'm just Like every play mattered when you're sitting in the stands. Like I was sitting in the fans, you can feel the energy around you of like everybody's up for every single tackle.
Yeah.
We're watching the kick chase.
Yeah.
You know, you can intercept on one side, the whole crowd is raising up on this side. Like the care factor for the Warriors is the hottest ticket in town.
Oh, is this our takeaways right now? Should we just roll straight into
let's
our
just
weekend
roll straight into our weekend takeaways.
Because while we're on this, we might as well just, because this is my weekend takeaway.
Okay.
So I'll start just off the back of what Brooke said there. Now, like, I just want to park X's and O's. There's no Shaun Hub about this. There's no analytics. There's no like, oh, I loved this because this is what they were saying. This is simply me leaving the ground on Friday night, driving home. Outcome aside, all right? Outcome aside, just looking at what happens within 80 minutes is the fight, is the toughness, and then I go to a level of like, okay, whatever they're doing underneath the roof at Mount Smart from Monday to Friday, from week to week right now, the culture that they're building, the leadership that Webby's showing, the environment that he's creating for players like Tanner Boyd. I saw someone go, Tanner Johns was out there.
You
Right?
look good, bro. Like 40-20 at the end, the dagger.
Like it's players like that. It's a Jackson Ford, all right, who has just built his game off a DNA that our fan base just can't get enough of, all right? And when you've got a player like Mitch Barnett out, Webby's ability, when you got players like Luke Metcalf out, Mitch Barnett out,
Capewell goes down last minute.
right, Chanel gets knocked out early stages. Like, when you can create a side in an environment and a culture where the culture will outlast any individual, that is where I see the Warriors at right now. Now, this isn't, I know this is round 2, and I'm not talking about the 2 from 2 wins. I'm talking about the style. Because at some point, we're going to come up with our match. We're going to come against our match where, hey, we ain't going to be able to maybe break them like we broke Roosters early, like we broke the Raiders in the second half. Okay? But I think what, as a fan base, we can always hang our hat on right now is the style in which they're playing. The toughness, the fight, the care to defend your try line against... Honestly, I was scared for us to play Canberra. If you know Canberra and you know the style that they play, they're a really scary side to preview and try to defend. And it's for that reason alone, my takeaway from the weekend was, wow, we have got a side. I'm not saying we're going to win every week. I'm just saying we have got a side that is going to make this fan base very proud every week.
On that, Shaun, and this is something that I have noticed, and I feel like it was building at the end of last season, and it's getting more and more apparent. I think there you can, and this is just me from a fan standpoint, I think you can put this energy and this never back down kind of energy coming out of our young players who have come up through that New South Wales Cup team, the Whaimangas, the Leotoa, the Halasima, Boyd, that group of players who had this, like, you'd see them play before the Warriors would run out the week before, and they had this, it was this really cool kind of the handshakes, the energy, the in each other's faces, that kind of feel to them. Now they've had a bit of extra time in the senior team. It feels like that's flowing through into the crowd.
Yeah.
It feels like it's flowing through into maybe the older players look at that and get this energy from that. There's like this youthful, this really dangerous set of youth that have come up through and are starting to find their strength as in the growing men's team.
I love that. And can I just expand on that, Matua? You've got me cogs turning now, okay? Because with that core of the young crop, okay, let's just name them quickly. You got your, I'm not going to get them all, but you got your Waimonga, your Halasima, your Jakey Labans, you got your Ali Lautoas.
Yeah.
Say even those 4. You got your Tain Tuapiki.
Yes.
All right, so
Dimitri.
there's 5 there. Yeah, Waimonga. Yeah, so I've got him in there. There's 5 there, okay? Now, what I feel like we're seeing in the confidence that they go about their work is that they've come into a team and they've earned their stripes and experienced NRL at this level under Andrew Webster. 2023 is when these boys got their chances. 2024 is when they started to go to another level, and now we're seeing them in 2025. Now, I say this because I think about the Warriors through my journey, you know, from 2011 to 2023 before Andrew Webster got there. All right, you think about inconsistent. You think about maybe not environments that what we're seeing of right now.
Totally.
Right? The culture, the high standards, what we're seeing from Andrew Webster and what he's implementing there hasn't been there. Okay, so these players that we're talking about, they don't carry any baggage.
No.
They don't carry any of that
so
wear and that brunt of coming into a system that was broken, and then you're losing, and then you got scarring from poor performances.
Oh, I like that.
You know, you've got these kids coming into an environment where transparency, they know exactly where they sit. They know they have complete clarity on what high performance and what they need to do for their job, for their team is. And I feel like we are really starting to see the benefits of that.
I think
With what we're seeing right now, because we've had great crops of young players come through over the years, but it's been in broken systems or systems that aren't. Yeah.
The other thing for me too is like you've brought these young players in all so that they can build off each other's confidence, and they came from a very successful New South Wales Cup squad, right? Yeah. And you put a few of them in at the same time, they keep bouncing off each other, just the way they run out. Like, I notice little things like that, like the way that they can hold who they are as personalities. They're not being shrunk down by an ego in the senior team.
No.
They're allowed to be who they are and what they are about, and you can see it. There's a real like rich vein of youth coming through, and you can see the
confidence, not arrogance, eh?
Totally, and it must energize people like Fish. Like he must see this and be like, "Whoa, these soldiers, they are roaring to go."
Yeah.
But they back it up to pause. But their performance week in and week out, like Licker's a freak.
Yeah,
you know, some of these things that these boys are up to
Licker's
is
a freak, right?
ridiculous.
He at the moment he's a moments player, right? And that's what you need.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, those other lot, the Jacob Laban, the Dimitrik, the Taintor Pickies,
He was good.
They are dicing and slicing like constantly throughout 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you get someone like X Factor with Lecker who will cap. He's the cream on top of all that. You know. So yeah, it's a real interesting point, and not one we've probably touched on. Where I think these young crop of boys have only seen the Warriors system at the level, you know, since 23.
Yeah.
And they are carrying themselves with that, and it's just so good. So good.
Before we move on, actually, I want to ask you one question about the halves, because you probably go down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, 7 of all time. Well done. So
Debatable.
I feel like you're the right person to ask for this. What a beautiful problem for us to have at the moment,
Does he
though.
really think that?
What a beautiful problem for us to have right now is Luke Metcalf's coming back. Chanel's playing incredible. Tanner Boyd is frick. He's been amazing these first two rounds. Perfect storm is kind of happening where we have all these guys. What do you think happens, or what do you think Andrew Webster does if you get a fit and healthy all three?
Yeah, I mean fit and healthy all three.
Yeah, because you can't play them all at the same time. Well, I mean you can, but 6-7's there.
Yeah. Bro, I actually don't know if I know the answer, if I'm being honest. And it's one I've got to treat a little lightly because I respect all of them so much. You know, I've got great relationships with them all, and I wish you could fit them all in. But I think the what you've just said there around what a headache to have.
Yeah.
Man, because at the moment we're only one injury away from being in a real bad spot. You know, with our current, like with Lukey out right now, with Tamaiti out right now, Shitty's going to miss this week. So really, it's like far out. We are getting thin.
Yeah.
But if you put them all in this pot of health, oh man, I don't know. All I do know is that before the season kicked off, everyone was saying that your first choice half is Luke Metcalf. We're forgetting what he was doing last year. It's so easy to forget what he was doing for the side last year. Right? And he's got that X factor about him. He's got that ability to use his speed in his running game. That Tanner is probably maybe a little sharper in other areas.
Man, he's been good.
He's quite measured with the way he's going about his work, and that's what the side needs right now. But hey, to win these big games at the back end of the year, do you need a little bit more there? I don't know. In a perfect world, I think you got to resort first to what, if you what was on the wall before preseason.
Yeah.
And when you're going through your reps, you're going Lukey Met's your half, and Chanel Harris-Tavita's your 5'8". That's I think what everyone was saying. But can we see a world where, hey, Tanner, you're playing too good, you're the 7, Lukey Met, you're going to come in as the 6?
Well said.
You know, like I don't know, and I'm glad I'm not inside that building having to make those decisions. But it is a great headache to have.
Have you heard whether Chanel Harris-Tavita would not play hooker? Because I always find like we're a little like obviously we've got a great hooker at the moment, but can pick up an injury.
Yeah, I think we've got to have Chanel in the side.
Yeah.
That's as simple as it is.
Yeah.
Now, this is no knock on Sam Healy, who's doing a great job and offering us. I was speaking to Wade Egan just after the game, and I said, "Lad, how refreshing is it for you? You know, like to get a mark at 60 minutes or whatever it is, and know that you've got a guy coming on the field that actually offers the defense a different challenge. We don't need like for like, you know. You need versatility. You need like a completely different look. you know, and I just think that's a great way to change up the speed of the game.
He's young though, right?
Who? Sam
Yeah.
yeah. He's
He's
young,
young.
bro. He's a young goer. You just
Good,
look at him
though.
goes, and then you get someone like Taintor Picky who just loves sniffing around,
Oh,
you know, and it's just a great look to have. So,
Yeah.
yeah, look, these are all great conversations, but the first thing is we need everyone healthy. Because, boys, we're speaking about this like everyone's healthy, but
Yeah.
we are one injury away from being in
From
a
you getting
real
the call
bad
up.
spot.
we've actually all been we've been speaking about this for 20 minutes. What are we, the League Lounge?
Yeah.
We've got other
For
sports to
more
cover.
on this, tune in tonight, 7:30.
Hold on,
Sky
let me do
Sport 1.
look, let me do one more league thing. just to close it. My takeaway from the weekend, and I know this is your house, like, but I just want to come in and have a meal, then I'm going to leave. Okay. The NRL celebrated another amazing moment over the weekend. Congratulations to Alex Johnston and. I mean, if you're gonna get an award or have one, that's a good one to have.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't tell me a thing, bro. Like, no one scored more tries than me.
Yeah.
Like, ever. Like, you played in the league and I scored more tries than you.
Yeah,
Like, I
all
got
right.
way more.
Okay.
You know, like, Alex Johnson, congratulations,
That's
bro.
how your
'Cause
simple mind works.
that's an amazing, amazing award to get. But that's not my takeaway. My takeaway isn't the NRL as well. But I do want to shout out the NRL because they allowed the moment to happen. So he scores the try. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you probably have. But the crowd storms the field. And in my mind, I'm just thinking the NRL has just gone like, we've got another moment that we can highlight. Like, this is going to get played over and over and over again. You don't think, I saw a face over there, like, I see the storming of the field as the most amazing thing, is like, what an environment that these guys have created to have a moment like that was allowed to happen.
Okay.
So I think that where I'm getting to with this, sir, is I want to congratulate the fan, the NRL fan, because I only saw it on TV, so maybe it was a little bit different in real life. But what I saw was the fan enjoying the moment and then getting off the field faster than they got on the field. Now, maybe I'm wrong with it, and maybe they didn't, and that didn't happen. But what I saw was they allowed the moment to happen. The NRL fan enjoyed it. Then they got the hell off and allowed the games to come back on.
That's a great narrative, and I wish it was. I love pumping up the NRL, but this is why you saw that. NRL actually didn't condone it.
No.
So they come out with a message saying, we're going to fine your ass if you jump the fence.
Don't you dare
Don't
think
you dare
about
think
it.
about doing it. Okay, and why you saw everyone scattering so quick is because they didn't want to get fined.
Really?
Yeah.
Right? So the moment was beautiful. All right, and the game's going to use it. Of course they are. They'd be silly not to. All right, you already see the images being used on Fox
Okay,
League.
my bad. I take it all back.
Okay, no, but to your point, Brooke, it still was a beautiful moment for our game.
It absolutely deserved fans coming on the field. It deserved that type of moment,
It did, but you can
But
understand.
it was illegal?
but it was illegal.
But you
They
can
didn't-
understand where the NRL is coming from, right? Because, bro,
Totally.
players.
Health
Player
and safety.
safety.
Oh, lad.
I get that part too.
You be in a mosh, you know, somewhere at a concert somewhere, you get caught in that. This is a little bit rougher than that. You know, like I saw Dry Gray, little old Dry Gray, right? The young kid, the small little fullback. He goes, bruh, I was in there, bro. I was getting squashed down, bro. They couldn't see me, bro. You know, he's going, but it's like that, right? You want to celebrate with your teammate, but I just think the NRL did what they had to do. They can't be liable for bloody people getting trampled in the middle of an NRL game, right?
But are glad now that it happened. And
But
everyone's
it
safe.
happened. They got away with it. All right. I think I saw one bloke in handcuffs.
Bro, you got to feel for that dude, eh? He
It'd
had
been that
full
one
security
bloke.
around him. I saw him as
There'd have
well.
been that one bloke like going, "What are you taking the piss?" He's like, "If you're wanting to see what a bad day looks like, look at that bloke."
That's it. Hey, imagine
Right?
going home to your wife and I
You're
got
the
arrested.
one bloke.
You're the one. You're the one person they arrested.
Yeah, but credit
slightly
Alex
take
Johnson.
back what I
Let's,
said,
let's
though.
move on with the show. But Alex Johnson, all-time leading try scorer. His line was the best. You can't find them all, and that's just what it looked like.
Yeah.
All right, you're not going to round them all up. So
Totally.
yeah, well done.
Congratulations.
I'll take that all back.
Yeah, congratulations to Alex, but also congratulations to the fans for doing it in a way that you don't get fined. Like, I don't do it again, but like that was one of those moments where, as a sports purist, you're like, okay,
The
that's a
moment
great,
needed
that's
it.
a great way of
Moment
doing it.
needed
Yeah.
it, but it elevated the moment.
No more NRL chat. The rest of the show, we'll get rid of Shaun Hunt.
No, let me. No. I want to definitely talk more NRL, but I do want to talk rugby, and I think we need to give rugby its flowers up north. The Six Nations finished, and we have a winner, and it is France. But
Les
it
Français.
took the last dying seconds of like added on time for them to kick a winner. And the thing that excites me the most, and I don't know if anyone saw it, but the thing that excites me the most is that this whole tournament has been wide open, meaning there isn't a dominant team, up north. Ireland's still got their pack of, old bits of gristle running around the field, but the rest of the teams seem to be seem to be there or thereabouts, but no real dominant side. And for me, I get excited because we're, as All Black fans, we sit there and go, yikes, we're a little disorganised for next year's World Cup. If there was a real dominant team up north, I'd be a little bit worried about that.
Yeah.
Now, I get it. There's still South Africa somewhere in the mix.
Yeah.
But Australia is building nicely. You can see from their Super Rugby sides. I think for us, getting a coach who's high on culture, we're already going to have the great cattle already, and bringing that culture together and starting our new story with this new coach is going to be really important for the All Blacks. But what made me really happy, and what a great tournament the Six Nations was, you had Scotland who could have won it, you had Ireland breaking their hearts, and then you had France kicking a last-second penalty to win the entire tournament over England. It's giving me hope that we actually have time still, even though a lot of people are panicked, that we can actually put a side together and be ready for 2027 and have this team firing on all cylinders without a massive threat up north. That's what I took from it as a selfish
What month's the World Cup? 27, do we know? Is
It's
it late in the year?
1st of October through to the 13th of November 2027 in Australia.
That's a long tournament there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got time.
We got time.
We actually do have time.
That's what I
eh?
took out of that.
I was my gut was telling me that we didn't. Yeah, and that like this ain't going to be a quick fix.
No.
From Rennie and stuff, coach and staff coming in, they're going to take their time. But that's
when you think
that's
about what's
doable.
coming from up north, and that's always, there's always going to be something. There's always a really strong England side, or there's always a really, hot Irish side. To me, I feel a little bit more confident after the Six Nations that we've got time, that they're all going through their own dramas.
Yeah, I just don't think their dramas are quite been like tumultuous as ours. Is that the right word?
Oh, I feel like
When you're just you're the most dominant team in sports history, and you hit a bump in the road like this, it's always going to be a bit of a.
It's going to seem bigger than
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So only time will tell, but I don't think we're going to win the World Cup, and I don't say that because I think we're crap or anything. I just think because I think there's one too many good sides out there that have the ability to win it.
Who would you put? Who would you put above us?
I'm scared about the home team.
Australia.
Yeah, even just like with signing like some of these league boys coming over, bro. And maybe I'm not saying that they're going to instantly walk into the side, but it's just depth and competition, right?
Zach Lomax just signed too,
Bro,
right?
Zach, you got Crichton going back, like it just adds depth to their talent pool.
Right.
That's so and it's in Australia, right?
They'll grow a league in
That's
Australia.
right. I really do think that. Now I'm not saying that. I think that they're going to be a problem, and then I still can't look past South Africa, bro.
Yeah, that's the one, eh?
Like, speaking to a couple of friends of ours about the South African side and why they are considered the best team in the world, that positionally across the board, they have the best players in more positions. That's the consensus. They are big, they are strong, and they've got literally the best rugby players across more positions.
And they're confident, but they're also hungry, and they have the culture of South Africa behind them at the moment. Like, there's a real movement with that Springboks team.
That's what I think.
Okay, my take on the South African side, and I don't want to give them any extra fuel, but I think they've peaked. I think they're coming down the other side of the mountain. I think we know what that's like for an All Black fan, where we were so dominant for so long. I strongly believe they've peaked. And I've been watching their players over in Japan, where a lot of their players play in Japan. They haven't been as dominant as what they have. In fact, to the point where probably the best player in the competition at the moment is Brodie Retallick. We all know that
Yeah,
name.
but come on.
That's
You're
so
going to Japan to like have some miso soup and like eat some donburis and just chill and enjoy the cultural experience.
You sound a little silly right now.
You're about 2 years.
Yeah, you sound a little silly right now.
Really?
And I think your takes on South Africa are about 2 years too late as well.
No, South Africa, I'll give you. I think South Africa's good, Mark. But
Bro, if I'm signing in Japan,
little
I'm
bit of
going over there
miso,
to
he
enjoy
reckons. Little bit of miso and some golf.
I'm going over there to enjoy the cultural experience. I ain't like locking in like I'm playing in a World Cup.
No, for you, that may be the case. But like 75% of the South African team plays in Japan. So if they're as good, position by position, and if they're as good as what they say they are, what you think they are, then that league must have so much more to it. If the best players in the world, aka the South African players, and 75% of them play actually in Japan, wouldn't that be? They're not over there for miso, will they? They're over there to try and get themselves a
What
world
do you think?
championship
They're over
ring.
there to develop their game, or they're over there to experience and get paid the yen, lad?
It'd be a mix of both, but they're the best players. So
I'm telling you, you're not going to Japan to develop your game.
This is
Is that what you think they're doing over there? Or are they going
Tell
over
me
there
about the Hurricanes' new signing.
Okay.
sorry, I don't know about the Hurricanes.
I knew it. You'd get there. The F1 was coming.
No, but what I'm saying is, if
No,
you're
no,
telling me
that's
that people are going to Japan to develop their rugby skills, I think that's wrong.
Okay.
Develop is a really nice word to use because that's incredible. Well done. That's like wizardry type of stuff there. 'Cause,
But
like,
is that
no,
what we're
no,
saying
are you
here?
still developing when you were getting the golden boot? Like,
No. What I'm trying to say is,
does that even
Brooks
mean?
confusing this. 2 years ago,
Developing when you get the golden
2 years
boot.
ago, retired players would go there, right? They are developing players that are now coming back to New Zealand and playing. So Warner Dearns is a good example of it. He's played Japanese rugby through university. He's come through. He's now playing for the Hurricanes. He was the best player for Kobe during his period there. He's now playing Super Rugby, and so he's developed in Japan and coming back the other way. So they've got a system that takes young, athletic New Zealand players, puts them into the universities, develops them, and then they come back the other way.
One
That's what I'm
player,
saying.
one player, bloody
At a
achieved
time.
this.
you need to. It's a good league. Like, I think what you're thinking is
Well,
like they're going over there and playing.
Second div, yeah. There's a lot of players who go second div and do that.
Well,
South Africa's
yeah,
got all
maybe I don't know Japanese rugby as good as what you blokes do, but I'm telling you, like, there's reason why Adi Savea takes a sabbatical in his contract to go over there.
Bro, it's
to
because he
earn
makes
money,
double the money.
right? It's to earn money and enjoy the culture.
Yep, that's
But
part
I
of it.
guarantee Adi Savea is not becoming a better rugby player, like playing against the best players in the world by playing in Japanese league.
But the best players, aka the South Africans, which you just referred to as being the best
in a
players.
team of 15 players.
But you're saying that they're going over there just to retire, like basically retire
Bro,
or drink
they've got
miso.
in Japan, don't they
And
have?
what did they
don't
say
have
about
local
Adi?
players playing
What did they
for,
say
like,
about
the company?
Adi's game and when they went to Moana Pacifica? They said
Is
there's going
this
to get worse
true?
and worse.
Second div. Third div, maybe. Like Lima's team when he was third div had like. So it's not like because you might think Lima went over, and we could actually. It's great to talk to Lima about.
Let's talk to Lima about this.
Yeah, the actual rugby person here. Jesus. Yeah, welcome into our resident apprentice. Lima, stop. Sorry, bro. Bro, we've got to talk rugby straight away because Matua's just had a dig at my character. And I actually want to bring it back on track. He's quite heated back there. He's got a migraine, so don't go too hard, all right? Hey, bro, just real quick question. If the Blues were to play...
Oh, that's not the question we were talking
No,
about.
it is. I just want to know.
Jeez, here we
If the
go.
Blues were to play a team in Japanese rugby, say Kobe or wherever Adi Savea is, who wins?
Bro, that depends. Like,
There we go. Straight away. That's all you need to hear. That's all you need to hear. Straight away. Sean was
Well, I just
expecting the Blues are going to pump them.
I think the Blues beat them, but
Nah, because bro, what actually happens is like there's rules over there. They have these rules where they have categories. So in certain games, you're only allowed to have certain categories playing or on the field at one time. So like Japanese teams have like 3 category C players, which is 3 internationals. So say Kobe, they got Artie, Guzzler, and Anton.
Yep.
But then they also have category B players, which are international, which are players that are from like England, France, New Zealand, but they're not capped by any international team. So you could have like 10 of those at Kobe, and then you've got category C players who are overseas players that are now considered local. So if there are no rules,
no, but there
And-
are rules, right?
Not
but
in that game. Not in that match.
Not in that game. So if you let Kobe play all their players, then you might have a closer game than you're thinking. Do you know what I mean? Because over in Japan, you actually have rules where you can only play a certain amount of your
Okay.
international players.
Okay,
I
so
know where you're heading already, Sean.
No. I'm genuinely curious because my take is that you don't go to Japan. This is my take. You don't go to Japan to develop your rugby game. Like I think there's better markets to do that.
Yeah, I would say, I think Japan's getting better for sure. I think you probably learn in other ways that help grow your game, though. Like you're living in a foreign country that doesn't speak English.
My take was
cultural experience, right?
Okay, wait, because I know what you've done here. You've just manipulated the conversation just ever so slightly, so you're taking Lima down a different pathway. All I was saying was that that's a 2-year-old take because there are players now who are coming up through the university system who are learning the game and then they're going and exporting themselves to other leagues after they've done it. It's not just where players go to have a miso and retire or have a miso and have an off year.
Have a miso and enjoy the
And
other
enjoy the
experience
culture.
of being in Japan.
There is literally different ways of going through the Japanese league now.
I can't believe this is
Is this what
consuming
it's
our
like?
show.
Oh my god. My bad, yo. My bad.
So I
know
don't
this
think
sort
it's
of felt
I
like-
don't think it's a straight shootout of Blues will pump them. If they're allowed to use all their players, I think now you're starting to talk about it's game on.
But
South
in
Africa's
terms-
best players play there.
but they're not allowed to play every week.
No, they are. They generally play every week.
So they're playing against other sides that have
Other
university
internationals.
players, but
Other
only three?
internationals. No, other international players are playing there as well. So they eventually, like, they are still sharpening their skills. They're still going back to their South Africa rugby team and winning World Cups. So they have been for years and years and years. Like, it's not, you just don't go there now and go, okay, cool, I'm going to have a miso and this is going to be my down year. Like, people are using these as your career to stay sharp, to then be going and playing internationals. And South Africa's won the last World Cup off the backs of their players mostly playing in Japan.
Let me just
Interesting.
slice this cake right here, because I know I've argued with both of you before, and you're never wrong,
Interesting.
either of you. So let's keep it moving, eh? Sops, my boy, how are you, lad?
None of us are ever wrong, by the way, Sops. You'll get used to that.
Hey,
I'll
Sops,
just stick with Brook then.
Hey,
Just
thank
nod
you,
my
lad.
head.
Lad, another good weekend of rugby. Man, I'm loving seeing crowds at these games. Like, like Hurricanes game, incredible because it was sold out. Shout out to the Drua. Like, it's not even just in New Zealand here that this is all happening. Like, another good weekend of rugby.
Yeah, very, very good weekend. Some great results across the board. Some unbelievable play, but also a little bit of controversy too, bro. Like when you look on social media and stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys saw it, but the Drua, they had to perform their I think it's called the Ibole, their cultural challenge, inside the changing room before the game. Like, they weren't allowed to do it outside.
Oh,
And
was
when
it in Canberra?
No, it was in Fiji. And at first I thought it was a crock of shit. Like, I thought, why would you like not do that? But according to my sources, there's World Rugby have a thing called HSI, which means heat stress index. So if the heat gets to a certain level, then they try and keep the teams from being in the heat too long. And so that's what happened in the game. They took out their Fijians cultural challenge, which I thought was rubbish. You're about to play a game for 80 minutes. Like,
Yeah, and
You know,
they
and-
have breaks
and
every 20 minutes, don't they?
yeah, and then also it's like Shaun, you'll face like challenges from Tonga and Samoa. Like, how cool is that? You know, as someone who receives that challenge, like
Yeah.
that welcome,
It's an
it's like
important part-
unbelievable.
It's an important part of the game. And then the other take is, if it was the haka, would they do it? So if this heat something index was spiked, are they saying to the All Blacks, do your haka in the changing rooms before you come out?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's World Rugby's protocols.
It's
that
crazy, yeah.
They're worried about like player welfare. So in certain
Yeah.
like countries, obviously you probably played up in Townsville. There's probably
Yeah.
heat restrictions or things that happen up there when it gets really hot, similar in Fiji. So when I first saw that on social media, I thought that was a load of rubbish, and I wasn't happy about it. But
Sorry, Sops, I'm in an argumentative mood. Perhaps they could have gone with something a little different than HSI, because that stands for the Hong Kong Sing Index. In other words, their money index. So are you sure
It'd
it's
be hard to see out
HSI?
there sometimes.
yeah,
It's
heat
absolutely
stress heat stress index. That's that's what it is, mate.
I tried to
to be
Google
fair,
it.
the heat stress is like, it is a thing, hey? Like, bro, if you are playing in one of those environments, you don't want to be out there any longer than you
Yeah,
have
for
to.
sure.
So at least it's coming from the point of like player welfare. That's probably the only way they can get around it. And they're going to have to uphold that
Week in, week out.
week, like just for everyone. That's all now. You know, they've set the precedent. They've executed it. All right, well, let's see you. Hopefully
Yeah.
it doesn't happen
Like,
again.
I've
But
played there, and I played at nighttime, and it is honestly one of the worst places to play.
Yeah.
Like, just the humidity, the ball is a bar of soap.
Yeah.
Like, you can't breathe. It's actually horrible. But I don't know. I just feel like, what's 1 minute? It's not like it's the Maldives and All Stars game where those huckers go for like 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's for the culture.
You know, like,
No,
it's like,
it's
that'll be
for the
mean.
culture.
Mean for the Brumbies, but they got pumped anyway by 20. So
Shout
probably
out to
bad
Draw.
for them.
yeah,
Shout out to
Drew,
the
that's
Draw.
their second win, eh? Go on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, other ones against the Hurricanes too. What else you see this week?
Obviously Moana aren't going great on the field, but there was a little beef there before the game that I really enjoyed and really got into, and it was around Tana Umanga coming out and kind of spraying, I guess, the higher ups
At the Blues?
the Blues
Yeah, I
for
saw
not
that.
allowing them that, like, obviously their game with Tonga got cancelled, and Tonga got cancelled, and they wanted to take a game to Northland, and Northland really wanted them to go there, and Auckland Rugby or the Blues has said no, that's their catchment, that's their region, and it wasn't a game to sort of be taken there, which I think is rubbish. If I'm a fan, or if I'm the Blues, it's like, how can you get more players out to these smaller regions? Like, you're not taking the Blues this year.
So
out
Tanya's
there, like,
standpoint is you're making it harder than it needs to be, right? Like it's already hard enough for us to be in this competition. And now our own people, when you look around, like you're from the same city, right? You're going, or it's even our own that are making it tough for us.
Yeah, like, why can't we just help each other out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Moana are already like on the back foot anyway. Like, they already don't have the resources that these other franchises have. Like, why not allow them to go and play up in Northland? Like, there's kids up there who really enjoy rugby. It's a rugby place. They love it up there. But do their kids come down to Auckland so that often? No, they probably don't. It's too far. So like any game going to that part of the world or that part of the region, like for me, just growing the game makes it better, makes it more exciting, gets buzz around those small cities, those
Communities,
small
yeah.
towns.
And get them out there too.
What makes us have the right to own, like, Northland?
The Blues?
The Blues, when we're called the Auckland Blues.
Nah, you just call the
regions.
Blues now. It's because it's in their region. So like the Blues region is like Northland, North Harbour,
like
Auckland
Auckland up.
City.
Don't open
Yeah.
this can of worms, Shaun.
Jeez.
Trust me.
It's a big old
Bro,
yeah.
well, I just, look, it's Moana. So they own the whole motu. Who cares? They own it all. All right? They go wherever they want.
This has been Super Rugby's, like, one of Super Rugby's biggest things is, like, all of a sudden you're asking rival NPC squads to go and come together
Yeah.
just for that because you're a part of that region.
Yeah.
I always remember Gisborne used to be a part of the Hurricanes. And I was like, how? Like, we're so far away from Wellington.
Yeah.
It ain't, like,
I think it still is.
yeah. And to
Far
me,
out.
it was
Yeah.
never made sense.
Yeah, nah. Bro, can I ask
Yeah.
one more question before you go, Sops? I've been watching, and man, his name is, I've just lost his name, but the winger from the Highlanders, and I've been watching him since you told us to talk about him.
Oh,
Speed-
Tangitao.
Tangitao. I watched him again this weekend. Is he a must in the All Blacks? Is he like a guaranteed? Or am I watching this from like just a fan who doesn't really understand rugby? But what I see every time he touches it is like a player that can make something happen. And I don't know how many of those we necessarily have for the All Blacks. Like every time he touches it, I'm like, he's about to break the line. He's about to run outside someone. He might score a try every time he touches it. And I don't know if we necessarily have a bunch of those in the All Blacks.
Bro, you're absolutely correct. Like for me, wingers outside, you need extreme pace, like extreme, and he is
Dude is quick.
at the very top end of speed, like across the country and even across the competition. Like I think in one of the games last year, he hit 41 Ks.
Oh, you ain't catching it.
Nah.
You ain't 41?
Nah.
41 Ks. His top speed got to 41 Ks. So you can't tell me that guy's
We're in
not.
the
Nah,
wrong
that's
area.
not
That's
right.
a speeding
That's not
ticket, bro.
right.
I don't know about
Rugby fellas
41.
have got wrong GPS in there, lad.
Nah, 41.
40
Come on,
clicks. No
I'll
way. That's
find
Usain
I'll
Bolt
find the
speed,
clip.
isn't it?
Put the man
Bro.
in there, bro. If he's mucking around with the 41s, bro, even a high 30 is good.
Yeah, he's got to be in there. There's no doubt about it. He's got to be in there.
Okay, there you go. Just wanted to make, yeah.
I got one more question for
See
you,
if I'm
Sops, before
feeling
you
it right.
go. We've got three teams currently sitting on 15 points. The Brumbies, the Blues, and the Hurricanes. Who's your top team out of those three?
Brumbies, Blues, Hurricanes.
Not Brumbies, surely not.
Or is even the top team there? Are we still at that point?
No, I think we're still at that point because
brother.
if you actually look at the between teams 1 and 7, Mark, we are only separated by 6 points. I think it is.
Yep.
So I don't think we've found our like true top ceiling. Those are the top teams at the top for now, but I don't know if that's after 5 rounds. That is actually what
Which is good.
the
Which is
best.
really good. We don't have that dominant team. Everyone's had a loss. This is good for the rugby, right?
Yeah, of course. So it's starting to heat up for sure, and some teams are going to have to get results pretty quickly, and some teams are going to start to pull away, and so it's going to be interesting to see what the next sort of, I reckon, 3 to 4 weeks brings.
And we see you in that French top,
I was
mate.
about to say,
We
it's a
see
good
see you in
jersey,
that
bro. It's a
front.
nice
Where'd you
jersey.
get that
Bro,
one?
you guys watch the Six Nations? Honestly, Six Nations, I know it gets a lot of rubbish from down in this part of the world because we don't watch enough. But if you watch that game and you watch what happened in the weekend, Thomas Ramos, 45 on the angle, 81 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro,
this
it
is
was
to win the
swaggy
whole
too.
thing.
It was swaggy how he did that like little kick and then like kind of point, bro. It was cool.
Bro, and he just like put his arms out and he was just like, it's me. I'm him. Bro, 6 for 6 he went.
Can I
6
ask
for
you?
6.
Can I ask you a question? And Mark, I'm not having a dig, but I'm just learning here. Do any of those teams in the Six Nations have a chance of winning the World Cup?
Yeah. I think there's probably 3 in there if they get it on their day. And also, bro, they're on the right side of the draw. Like, They're on the right side of the draw. That other side that most of those teams are on
it's an
is
easier
all
run.
like easier run to get to a final at least.
Does a Six Nations like what you've just seen give you confidence as an All Black fan because there isn't one real dominant team up there at the moment? Like everyone's kind of fighting for it?
Yeah, I mean, like you just have to look at Italy. They finish higher than England, so like it's going to be a great World Cup in 2027. So many good teams are gonna come to the competition and in Australia. And I think for the All Blacks, like where we're at in a new rebuilding stage and new coach and things like that, I think it's exciting because they don't know what we're going to bring in the next year and a half.
Yeah, for sure. Sops, my man. Thank you, brother.
That's great chat, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Super Rugby is definitely stronger than Japanese League.
Oh, 12
and
minutes
I've also
waiting
just
for-
had another thought. Bro, this is like my comparison. That the Japanese league in the UK, in Japan is like the Super League in the UK for league. That's how I view it. You got good teams, good players, internationals, all right. But really, any NRL player signing up there's going up there to clip the pound and travel. There you go. Hey, and you will get the odd one that'll come down like a Sammy Burgess. Like they do develop players up there too. You know.
Mark, I'll hold space, bro. If you want to, I know someone want to get the last word in here.
No, he knows this rugby so well.
Sops, love you, brother.
Cheer, Bolt.
All right, cheers, boys.
Play on.
All right, gentlemen, I have a new game for you. It's a game where you are competing against each other. I've decided,
Jamal!
There's been enough competing from me today. So let's play this game. It's I Can Name. Really easy. Now, what I will do is I will name a player, and then you will both compete to see if you can name as many names that actually are better than that player said. Does that make sense? Maybe if I maybe if I say it, and then you guys play,
Yep.
it'll make
Yeah,
my
there you
way
go. Go
more
on then.
sense. Okay, here we go. So, right now, the Detroit Pistons are dominating in the NBA. They have the best record in the league at 48 wins and 19 losses, and a lot of people are attributing that to the development of Cade Cunningham's game. Cade Cunningham is 3 years now in the league? Maybe 4?
4, 5,
Yeah,
maybe.
4. And he is the point guard. So if it is so important and this team is really built from it, I would like you guys to put forward a number as to how many players you could name that are currently playing point guard that are better than Cade Cunningham.
Does injured count, or they've got to currently be-
Injured can count, but
Okay.
they need to be
Injured
better.
can count?
Injured can count, but
Better
they
than
need to be on the
Cade
roster.
Cunningham.
Yes. So we'll start with you, Shaun.
Very
How
good.
many names could you name that are better than Cade Cunningham?
I can think of 3, but I'll say 4 just to make it spicy.
Yeah. I could do.
That are currently playing, and that was just very quick. I don't like how you came to me
I could
first,
do
and you're
6.
named the basketball guy to have a think.
I could do 6.
He's named 6 players currently better than Cade Cunningham at point guard. Now,
And
you
he
can
plays,
match
and
that?
he's the point guard for the best team in the league. But there's 6. I don't think I can top that.
So you're gonna okay. So that now means
Okay.
that you and I
Let's play.
become judges as to whether or not Brooke can name 6 better point guards than Cade Cunningham,
Yeah, like as in how Cade is playing right now.
as in better than Cade Cunningham. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Shea Gilly,
Yep. It was
One.
Luca,
Yep.
Jalen Brunson.
No. Disagree.
Bro, you're crazy. He's the king of New
Okay,
York.
but king of a city makes him a better player. Anyway.
he's just done more over a longer time. So like if I was gonna start a franchise, maybe that's how you do it. I'd take Jalen Brunson over. Actually, no, I wouldn't.
Oh,
I disagree with
Actually, you can have
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay, keep going.
Okay,
So he's got
2.
I got 2. Give me Steph.
That's
for sure.
3. He's
Yeah.
halfway.
Injured. Give me Ja.
Ja?
Yeah.
okay. Now he's clutching now.
Hang on a sec.
No, I am. I'm clutching. Kate's good. I'm really like this is. Kate's good.
I'm not giving you Jar.
I
If
wouldn't
you-
give you
I'm
Jar
going,
either.
I'm going Jalen over Jar.
Ja's a freak, man. He's got to kind of remember like
Take it
Ja's-
off what you just said then. If you're building a franchise, are you seriously taking Jar Morant?
Anthony Edwards.
He's not. Is he a point guard?
I don't know if I'm gonna get this.
He's not a point
I
guard.
wouldn't call him a point. I'd say
No.
he's a shooting guard.
Thank you.
You're on 3, Brooke.
Big noter. Hurry up.
That's what
What's
we
the time on
that's
this?
what
Our
you call-
show's already been going
call-
long
call
enough.
padding. Shit, I don't know. Man. It's hard to
See,
think
all
his
you gotta do
really
is
is, bro.
his ego gets in the way. Throw a number and gotcha.
You could have gone. What did you say?
I said 4.
You could have gone 5, but he didn't. He went doubled. He went 6.
Couldn't even get 4.
Well, like Cade Cunningham is really good.
That's why we're playing the game.
Dude is really, really good, and it's actually hard to think of somebody who's better than Cade Cunningham outside of maybe those 3. I'd take Dame if he was healthy. I love Damian Lillard.
Oh, far out, bro. This is crazy word.
Okay,
you got I win?
Yeah, you got it. Well done. Cade's a beast, bro. It's more Cade's a beast.
Thank you. The only other player I would add to that is, and obviously he's my favorite. I'm taking Kyrie over Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, maybe Tyrese Maxey.
Nah, I'm not taking Tyrese.
Maxey's been crushing it.
He is.
That's the thing, crushing
good,
it, right? But you're talking about the best player on the best team in the
Yeah.
NBA right now.
Yeah. Well, Shaun, you
Thank
took
you,
out the
mate.
inaugural, the
Good
very
job.
first. You didn't have to do
That was the
anything.
easiest thing I've ever had to do. Just throw a number at him and make him be like, bro, I could beat you.
Play on.
All right, time for our Betcha Match Ups, and this is the part where we see the results from last week. And gentlemen, it was a closely. Let's go through the matchups one by one. It was World Baseball Classic that happened Monday night. Australia taking on Korea. Shaun went with his brother Hood.
Oh, jeez.
You claimed it yourself.
Yeah, it set the tone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Brooke, you were backing Australia. Korea won
Thank you.
7-2. So Shaun picks up the first one.
Cheer, pal.
Leg number 2. Both you went for the Warriors, and that was correct to do. Warriors beating the Raiders 40 points to 6. Matchup number 3 was a clash, top of the table clash in the A-League. Now, it was crazy because Shaun, you almost took Auckland FC. And
Well, I said that even a draw is a win.
Yeah.
So when you're on the road playing against the best team. That was my mindset. So I was like, I think they're going to be happy with that.
And Brooke, you were like, I'm never going for Auckland FC.
Yeah.
And took Newcastle.
Hater.
It ended up with Auckland FC winning 2-1 over the top of the table Newcastle Jets, leaving them 1 point behind now. Matchup number 4 was Super Rugby. Both of you took the Blues over Moana Pacifica. That was the correct thing to do here. And then it all came down to this matchup, which was the Players' Championship.
This is okay.
Now, I know Shaun he's heated about this, but we're going to move through it quickly. You both had a pick of a player to see who would finish, I guess, with
Higher?
less shots. Yeah, higher. And
So this.
Brooke took Xander Souffle. Is it Souffle?
Yep, that'll work.
And Colin Morikawa was the
Morikawa, yeah, that'll
Morikawa
work.
was the player
Okay,
that you took. Shaun, go
Just
on.
so we owe,
Go on,
no,
Shaun,
no,
have
no.
that.
Okay, just so we owe our MVPs, the people that actually track these records, like transparency from what actually unfolded this week. Because this was wrong. Team Morikawa pulled out before the tournament, right? I've messaged the boys saying my guy's pulled out. Can I choose another one? Now this is before a golf ball's been hit. Literally got stumped straight away saying no, unlucky. All right, so that's how this week's a draw, which is crazy work to me. But on that, let's just move on quickly. Cam Young won. And you asked me before what the prize money was. 25 mil.
It is 25
is the prize pool. Winner gets 4.5 mil.
Wow.
Which is more than any other major. So that's why they call this one the 5th major. That's why it's it's the one that they all want. They literally are the best 50 players, I think, in the world playing in it. So yeah, first place 4.5 mil. Second place, Brooke.
Yeah.
2.7 mil.
American too, eh?
Yeah, USD.
Oh, yeah, happy.
Okay, third, you're collecting a handy 1.7. And it just goes on. But
Winter, let's go get some sticks, my boy.
what about if you just come 10th? What do you think you're collecting if you come 10th?
Probably a solid 800,000.
We're going 680,000.
I'll take that.
Just for 10th.
Damn.
But I mean, you're playing against the best, and
3
yeah,
days
well
work.
done to Cam Young.
How do
Part
they get
the
all that
last.
money? What is that? Just sponsorship money?
Yeah, I'm not too sure how they generate
We
it.
don't
It
ask
must
questions,
be.
Mark.
Yeah, we don't.
We don't
just-
ask questions.
We just
Also,
get the checks.
I've just realized, and I don't know how this is taking so long, but I think something needs to be addressed. I left the group chat maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I completely forgot. Kind of just hoping someone would get me back in there. And no one ever asked where I went. No one even noticed that I was gone.
I wonder
No
why-
one noticed that I hadn't said anything in
I wonder
2
why it was
weeks.
just you and I come back. and
No
forth.
one said a thing.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
We
did miss you, bro. We thought about you.
Yeah, 100.
I'm a kid that didn't grow up without. I didn't have a dad, so
Oh no.
people not being there for me
Okay, we'll get
and
you back
wanting
in
me
there,
to be a
my
part
bro.
of the group.
We'll get you back in.
Yeah.
I've been
Takes-
missing
does it-
so much. I mean,
It does take 3 weeks to
If
approve.
I'm being honest, I actually quite. Wait, I don't want to give you the credit. Would you have allowed me
Yeah.
to select a different golfer before a golf ball had been hit?
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
I
You know I
honestly,
would've.
I think he would have, Mark. I think he would
Look
have.
at his face.
Nah,
Hey, you know me.
Wow.
nah,
You know
I
me.
think you would have, bro.
All right, so that means it ends in a draw, which means we don't have a result for this week,
forgot I
which
wasn't
means
part of that group
Brooks
chat. Let me in.
stays
Sorry,
on
guys,
top.
like that.
I can't believe none of us knew you were in it. Okay,
Because
let's
someone
get
said something really stupid. It was like, Shaun said he was better than Kyrie. And I was like, leave the chat. You know, like, it was one of those ones.
It didn't even tell us that you'd left.
Oh, bro, I felt like I had a bigger impact than that. It might have been 3 weeks.
No.
Forgotten about.
All right, let's punch into this week's matchups, and we're starting with Tuesday evening, 7:15 p.m. It is T20 action. They're still playing cricket in this country right now, and it's the Black Caps. And I know the women are playing as well against South Africa, but we're going with the Black Caps at $1.52, taking on South Africa at $2.50. Remember, gentlemen, T20, South Africa are extremely upset.
Black Caps. Didn't we just finish a World Cup?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did.
On the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And we're already back here playing T20s.
We're just getting that last cash, and this is our last tour that happens in the summer. We're getting that last check written.
The
So
cricket
fans
schedule is
turn up.
crazy, bro.
South Africa, yeah.
Who's picking? Oh, we both get to pick.
Both
I'm
go.
going. I'm going Black Caps. After what we saw from them at the World Cup.
Yeah.
It's simple.
And it's at home. However... No, I'm going Black Caps. I
Really?
got them as well.
Okay, 2 for the Black Caps.
Yep.
Both aware that they lost Sunday nights by 7 wickets to
Yep.
South Africa.
Did they?
Yikes.
Yeah, that won't happen again.
Okay, matchup number 2. It's round 7 of Super Rugby at 3:35 or round 6. Highlanders taking on the Hurricanes. This is the only New Zealand or Kiwi derby this weekend. Highlanders taking on the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes, baby. Hurricanes look good, bro. I'm telling you, we're building. Ruben Love is back. I'm going Hurricanes.
Yeah, I'll go Hurricanes too.
Cool. All right, matchup number 3, and that is the NRL. And this is an interesting one. This is Storm taking on the Broncos. Remembering the Broncos are 0-2 at the moment. They're paying $2.75. The Storm at $1.46 in our Betcha Match Up there. Gentlemen, who do you like?
It's in Melbourne.
It is.
Yeah, I'll go Storm.
I know they dropped 2.
If there's a time to ever turn it around, Brooke.
In Melbourne. Look, going to Melbourne. But how good was... Anyway, Moses Leo. Keep an eye out for him, guys. He is playing extremely well, I think, in my mind, for the Storm.
Left centre for the Storm, yeah.
Man, he had an incredible try.
Are you-
I'm going to go Broncos.
Oh, okay. Could be a defining pick either way.
That's what I imagine the Broncos sounds
I
like.
think 275 is... It's a little outside of where it should be, I think.
Really?
But going back to Melbourne, and
Yeah,
Melbourne does look so
they're
good.
still just... They're the reigning Prems, man. You know, like... They can turn it around like that, so... We'll see.
Yeah, that's where I'll play this week. I'll play with the Broncos.
I like that. All right, matchup number 4, and it is the Warriors travelling over to Newcastle, taking on the Knights. Knights at $1.95, Warriors at $1.87.
You know what it is.
Yeah, Warriors, bro.
Both Warriors.
Knights just lost Ponga and Brown. Literally, they don't have any... Do they have any other players playing? Like, that's their whole
That's
cap.
a cap.
Literally, their whole cap.
Salary cap.
Actually, something we didn't touch on, him being available for the Kiwis moving forward.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
very
unbelievable.
cool.
Great depth.
So we're both going with the Warriors.
Yeah.
And final leg of this week, we are looking at the A-League. And does Auckland FC take the top spot in the table? There's a couple of interesting matchups to play out here. You've got Auckland FC taking on MacArthur, who are around 7th, I think, a little bit down the table.
Thanks for this info. Yes,
and
keep going.
then it will be... Who did we play last week?
Who's Newcastle play?
Newcastle plays against Sydney, who are in the top 4, I believe. They're 3rd on the table. So they've got a tougher matchup. We don't have as tough a matchup, when I say we, as an Auckland FC. So if they can win this, and maybe there's a draw, or maybe there's a loss to Newcastle.
We would drop? Well, we would jump them?
We could jump up on top of them.
Okay, I've got my shirt on. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I think Auckland FC is going to...
This time next week?
This time next week, they will be sitting in top spot.
Top spot.
Okay.
I will say they're not. Yeah, I'll go the other way. Auckland
You
FC.
hate Auckland
won't-
FC, Brooke?
Well, I just... otherwise, it's only one. You know, there's only one other game here. And I'm going to go for Auckland FC and up the top.
I feel like he's gallivanting here. He's got a lead, and he's playing with that lead. He's almost, it's almost like the CEO's come out and done the crying meme.
It's making me be brave, and actually, I don't like it.
All right, let's quickly run through the Betcha Picks matchups for this week. We need the Black Caps to win for both the boys to get a win in matchup number 1. In matchup number 2, both the boys are picking Hurricanes. In matchup number 3, we've got Shaun backing the Storm and Brooke taking the Broncos to turn their form around. And matchup number 4, we're both going the Warriors. And matchup number 5, it's an interesting one. Shaun says this time next week, Auckland FC will be in first spot on the A-League table. Brooke doesn't think they will. Right now,
Oh,
there'll
good
be
one.
a QR code sitting up on the screen if you would like to partake. We are taking South Africa, we are taking the Hurricanes, and we are taking the Warriors in our 3-leg multi if you'd like to join us. Remember, please bet responsibly with Betcha.
Oh, yeah.
That's us.
That's
Solid,
show.
boys. Good chats.
See you next week. Up the WAHS.
Play on.
Lamborghini. Look at the speed! Shaun Johnson! Aguero! It's over! Pass is intercepted at the goal line. In your life have you seen anything like that? Elliott hits it over the grandstand, and New Zealand are in the World Cup final!
Play on. Play on. Play on.